Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. We are going to redo the party that we did last time because I missed some stuff. But that means I also gotta sell all my shit and steal all my shit again. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, we gotta make a Astarion say please. Alright, everyone is beat up. So, the thing that I briefly missed was I'm good. I'm glad that you'd finished all your Sunday chores stuff. We are going to see if anyone has anything to say.
Speak.
Nope. Oh, also, Steph, because you asked if it was a naked party, I'm gonna make it a naked party.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know
Why,
about
I'm
mind flayers?
practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
I fought one of them.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible.
Not only have I encountered a mind flayer, I've killed one.
That can't be.
I was captured by mind flayers. I'm lucky to be alive. I killed a mind flayer in its lair aboard a nautiloid.
You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
Malaise is one word for it, more like psychic transference.
Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers
Unless you've been infected with one of their parasites. I'm going to say nothing.
Are you familiar with the process of ceremorphosis? That is what happens when a mind flare parasite infects a living host.
Ceremorphosis. I'm listening.
I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
I'm familiar. I've been infected.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare?
Should we get a magic eye?
Isn't it?
Examine me to find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
I'm all covered in blood.
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Quit shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Will, I need you to join me.
Well met. Sorry, but there's no room for me. Let's make this happen.
Okay. Will, you must also
The pride of the gate.
join the naked party. Nope.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
What's on your mind?
I was wondering about the mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
So at that moment in time, all magic was gone.
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Horace, yes, he did do that on purpose. If you ever feel the Neverese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be had.
Would that I could, but your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me first.
You should take Shadowheart's place.
Magical. So, shall we?
This is an underpants party.
Ah, excellent choice.
Oh, his underpants are fancy. Energy crackling around these. Gales wouldn't. Surely he didn't enchant his.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Speak.
Oh, I love how bloody she is.
The party's full. You'll need to make room. ready for battle. Assume nothing.
Still in control. Just.
Copper for your thoughts. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Now. Don't burn yourself.
All right. What now?
May the darkness protect you. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to Wonderful. I'm ready.
Let's move.
Underpants party. All right. I actually need to get Gale back in the team because I need him to learn some
Go
spells.
ahead. I'm listening. Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our back in the thick of things at last?
Oh, I like that you can see his orb in his chest. Looks like a tattoo.
Quite ready for you.
Okay, so he already knows that. He already knows that. Okay, so he already knows all the spells that we need him to know.
Still alive. So that's progress.
So, do I want to get a magic eye? It's gonna change the eye color of one of my guy's eyes.
Shah's blessings upon you. I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded.
So, if you
You'll need to
ask
make room for me.
Volo to get rid of his parasite,
Wonderful. I
he
was beginning to
accidentally
feel a
pokes your
little
eye
left
out, and then he gives you a magic eye that lets you see invisible characters. This is the thing I accidentally skipped before.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now.
Kind of
You
like
haven't been
his
using the
eyes
parasite's
to be
power.
orangey.
You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
So, what should I be doing? I don't care about the tadpole. I have been offered greater power by my butler. Tell me who you are. Halson mentioned the tadpoles have been modified by magic. It was worth a shot. There must be some ways to get rid of the tadpoles. I'm gonna say Halson mentioned the tadpoles were mucked with magic.
Yes. Halson is correct. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You are lucky that Halson knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater
Halson
sickness
is
in
very
Faerun.
smart, with giant arms. How do I destroy the tadpole's magic? I thought you said you were protecting me. What is the sickness? I'm gonna go, I thought you said you were protecting me.
From transforming into a mind flayer, yes. But that is not the only thing these parasites can do. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading.
He has
The highest
big
of
arms,
their
big
rank,
chest,
the
big
true souls,
big
carry
brain.
a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
My mind tells me to do foul things. Are you sure your protection is working?
I protect you from becoming a mind flayer. I cannot protect you from yourself.
Oh, you're fucked
But
up.
I know what it is like to be burdened by forces outside of your control. We are alike, you and I. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go.
What is going on over there? Is there anything I can do to be a help? Tell me where I can find you. Wait, what do you... I'm gonna do what is going on over there.
The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that
Durge
happens.
looks so bored
The
while
cultists
she's
are
like,
gathering.
find the source of the
The
parasites.
Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
If we go to the cult, we must be discreet. The tadpole can help us with that. Whatever's at the heart of this cult, we'll find it, and by any means possible. Okay, this whole thing feels like a trap.
On the one hand, you're right. On the other, don't be so wet behind the ears. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
You can feed on me if you want tonight.
Then I'll see your delicious self tonight. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
All right. Oh, we need to talk to the best boy. Best boy, best boy.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Pets. His brain is smooth. It's canonical.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
We can use this skill to manipulate the cultists. We'd be fools to refuse them. I think the dream figure is right, following these cultists and we'll find the source of our tadpoles. I distrust the visitor too. I'll avoid using the power. I'm gonna do the second one.
Yes, the one truth that fell out of its cankered lips. There will come a battle, but it will be one with swords, not mind games born of brainworms.
Brainworms.
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still. An elder brain. It lives without body, without armor, save the brine pool it inhabits. To split one apart is a Githyanki's great pleasure. To die to its mind blast, a Githyanki's dread. Many would nigh lose their minds just to near one. Even, well, most would and have.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
We need these powers to infiltrate the plan. This is a plan that works. I'd sooner avoid the powers if we can. I feel like we're being led into a trap.
Then we do well to walk around it. Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
Our tadpoles are part of the problem, not the solution. We shouldn't rely on them and their powers. Oh, I'm saying that
I
one.
admire the vigor with which you uphold your principles, but I would remind you that the evils of the Absolute are far greater than any moral compromise we might make by using our tadpoles' full potential.
Everyone is
Your
Team
confidence in our
Tadpole.
existing capabilities is quite rousing, though. Perhaps that spirited enthusiasm will be strength enough to subdue the cult when the time comes.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
It feels like a trap. I don't think we should indulge in the dream visitor at all.
Agreed. A bit of shiny armor doesn't impress me that much. I don't want to get taken in by a pretty offer and pay the price later on.
Good. I'm glad Karlak is on team no worms. Can we give Astarion worms? He wants worms. No. I guess we have to say yes to worms. We'll give Astarion all the worms. There we go. We have given Astarion worms.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
All right. So before we go do some stuff, should we kiss Shadowheart before the party? Because then later Astarion will ask us
My faith will guide me.
if we pick her or him, and we can tell him.
I've got a long road ahead.
May the darkness protect you. On one hand, they seem useful. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. And some might say eels and turnips boiled in milk is a delicacy. But some are fools. I'll make my own mind up.
So, kiss Shadowheart, yay or nay? Gotta think about how slutty do I want Durge to be. We have to do it before we talk to the tieflings. How slutty is Durge? That is a good question. Well, we did have everyone get in their underpants.
May the darkness protect you. I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place.
Lead the way.
Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
All right, back to camp.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Also, do we want an extra eye? I think I'll do the eye next time. I might actually do the eye on Astarion's run. Someone at camp wants to talk to me. Oh, that's Volo.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
I'd rather get a second opinion.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
We're gonna not let him poke our eye out.
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course.
Her underwear looks uncomfortable.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
I wouldn't dream. But what'd you have in mind besides the bottle? That is.
Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
I seem to recall a camp full of goblins faring very poorly after a toast.
Not worried, are you? Rest easy. To not being poisoned. How about that?
Not poison.
Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
Something about me. I'm quite scared. Imagine a tale of your life back in Baldur's Gate for her sake. There are other things we can do besides talk. Hmm. Do. I'm gonna do you first. Because I'm the best at talking.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
Wrong. You like night orchids and you can't swim. You told me.
I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
Hold on a sec. Just give me a second, because I forgot to charge my headphones, so I have to switch them. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I can hear things again.
What? I know, but you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night.
I hope there'll be more to come.
Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
You know, if you want something, you should take it. Makeouts.
That didn't hurt, did it?
A little tingle.
I'd like to think that would have happened anyway. Let's head back, if we must.
Alright, so now that we have made Astarion jealous, dog, dog, dog.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Pet him.
All's well, I hope.
Of course, unless something's the matter.
No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together.
I should have slept
When
with
we
Lizelle
talked.
too.
And kissed.
You first.
I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before.
Well, that's too bad. I'm about to
It
dump
meant
you
a
for a
lot to me.
vampire.
You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Very serious of you. But go ahead. It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justicia. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side, after all.
Out of that.
What's on your mind?
Oh, this is time to talk everyone into using tadpole powers. Okay. We don't need to. Alright. Now we can go talk to the tieflings. Oh, wait.
I wonder what the next move is.
No time to rest.
I love that the blood is still here from the first battle. Hi, tieflings.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Thank you. Give me the money.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
I'll see you there. We've done it. We defeated the goblins. Let's talk to all the tieflings.
Mattis, this is junk.
Heldrel didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
Tiny child. I don't know why I had to run up there to talk to the tiny child.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared.
Good kids.
It smells bad out here. I want to go home.
Toughen up, kid.
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
Bah! At your age, I'd already spilled my own cousin's blood. Face your fear, or it will devour you.
Good talk, Lae'zel.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now.
I love Maul. Maul's great.
Mattis says we should say thank you. Bleeding, you lumps.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
Right. All of our taking stashed away for the journey? Yes, Mum? Check twice myself. Better be sure. We need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
If we get separated or need to break camp fast, remember.
Don't know why everyone's cheering.
Hi, cow.
Let us go. I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
Good cow.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
Oh, good cow.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
Don't let that place cast a shadow on your head forever.
No wandering.
I guess things are already better.
There we go, boy.
Thought you'd left us to our fate running off like you did. Glad I was wrong.
I'm sorry, tieflings. I'm stealing all of your shit.
Open up.
We did it. Come on. Give me a kiss.
I'll kiss you when you stop bleeding, you lumps.
I'm
If
your
there's fighting,
lummox.
you run. And you do not stop. For any stop.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
We didn't die today.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
That guy needs to cheer up.
We couldn't have held them back on our own.
I love rolls.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Sick of running from those rats.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast.
Any excuse to gut
Thank
some
you.
goblins.
Well, to each their own. Of course. May you keep balance.
Actually,
It'll take a
what
while for
does
us all to
he
recover,
have?
but you've helped us take the first step. Of course. May you keep balance.
The woman's eyes were dusty, filled with mystery and promise. Baldurian was intrigued. Anything, he asked? Anything, she said. Just name it, and it can be yours. And what do you want in return? Oh, a small thing, she smiled. Nothing about him was small. I want your soul, Baldurin, she sighed. Give me your spirit, and whatever you shall be desire will be yours. Baldurin considered for a moment. Very well, I want a turnip. Your soul in exchange for a turnip? A nice turnip. Very well. A dark smoke swirled around the woman, whose skin turned red, and then you shall. A couple of pages have been torn out. When the story resumes, the woman is now revealed as the devil is kneeling at Baldurin's feet. Curse you, Baldurin! I am bound to you. Yours can be called upon when you need me, and your soul is your own once more. Let that be a lesson to you. Laughed Baldurin. Never underestimate the power of a turnip. Great. What a nice story for the kids. Can you talk to this rat?
The evil thing's gone! Now, where was I?
Just another crate.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through. I wish I had better, but this is all I have.
That's okay. We're gonna buy all of your useful crap. I don't really like the way the padded armor looks. I might have accidentally sold my shovel.
May Timora's luck twist your way. Druids. Who uses wooden tools?
It'll take a while for us all to recover. Of course.
There's my shovel.
May you keep balance.
Astarion, it's your turn.
Now? Oh, for a skeleton key.
shoes in a basket.
Eltergard. Further from Baldur's Gate than I'd hoped.
These little markings look like goblins and gnolls. Right in our path. A little souvenir.
Oh, so I found out why Astarion sleeps weird. All the elves sleep weird, and that's because elves don't actually sleep. They meditate. Yeah, Hallison sleeps the same way because he also doesn't sleep. He meditates. And if you play as an elf, your character sleeps that way too.
Nothing.
Looking ahead.
Who do I pray? I wish I had better, but this is all I have. May Timora's luck twist your way. I miss my forge.
What a day. Let's hope for gold.
I think because of the camera angle, we can't actually see what we're stealing. Alright, I think we got everything.
All is ash and meat.
Ooh, fancy. Alright, I'm gonna dye this because I don't like the color, but I do like that it's fancy. Okay, blue, light blue, melon, muddy red, orange. I'm gonna go with muddy red. Oh, much better. Goes much better with the cape his dad gave him.
Who do I pray to? I wish I had better, but this is all I have.
Oh no, we don't want to do that. Bye back.
May Timora's luck. Who do I wish I had better, but this is all I have. May Timora's luck twist your way. Druids.
Alright, time to talk to the druids. What's up?
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns.
I ought to exile you from this place. Forever.
Oh, they're both so bloody.
I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
The fire of ambition is in her very blood. Cruel blood is a life's companion, and cruel blood is a life's companion.
There is naught a clear and meditative mind cannot overcome. After we stray, we return to the fold, having learnt to do better. And in the fold, Korga is needed. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
What about my problem? I need help.
Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
In the shadows.
Your path will soon take you away from the grove, I feel. Your efforts will not be forgotten.
I found this letter that shows Kago was working with shadow druids.
This goes some way to explaining her actions. But she has been punished already, and the shadow druids have no power over her now. Time to let the wound heal. And thank you for your diligence.
I acted to save my kin, not this place.
And yet save it you did. I am grateful, no matter what your motivations. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Your path will soon take you away from the grove. Soon. After being dormant for so long, your infection is unlikely to produce. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what...
Okie dokie.
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable. Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the grove.
Okay, shadow druid in training.
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it. Lay down and bask in its warmth.
Good pig.
The goblins are gone, but so is our idol. We are exposed without it.
Do you hear them? The birds. They're beautiful. I've thought of nothing but goblins and tieflings for so long. I stopped listening.
You're bad at being a druid, lady. You gotta listen to those birds.
We wasted so much time fighting each other. Sylvanas taught us a lesson by letting an outsider save us.
Alright, these people have nothing to say. Oh, I can take some herbs.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some
That was an accident. I was looking for herbs to pick.
The wolf focuses on you. calmed in your...
Sylvanas keep you.
There he is.
You done it. You brought... No. Thanks is... I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
For someone like me, it was pretty simple, actually.
Fair enough. I should not have underestimated you. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Right. Hey, now.
Have to type. Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word. Thank you.
You're just lucky I didn't swig that poison.
Ha! Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do when you told me about that tadpole.
Still waiting for an apology.
I am sorry for that, but the whole grove was at risk.
Thanks are fine.
If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. But here, to men.
Yay, we got some stuff. Because we yelled at her. There's an apple in there.
What have we here?
Something good here, I hope.
I think I got everything. Party time? Party, party. Underpants party.
I'm fine.
Loosen up, Icaron.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here, I hate it. This is awful. We killed some goblins to save some tieflings. The tally of lives didn't change much. But what do I get for all my hard work? A pat on the head and vinegar for wine. Pfft.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
Knowing you probably is.
Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak.
Maybe, if you say please.
What?
Ha 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 ha!
Please?
Good boy. Let's get together tonight.
Cheeky little pup. I'll see you later.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. Speaking of possibilities, what's this I've been hearing about you and Astarion? Don't get me wrong. I'd ride him to the Feywild and back if I had the chance, but I wouldn't let my guard down around him. Good to see the two of you getting along anyway. At least one of us is getting a little action. Though, you know, if you wanted to meet up later, maybe we could meet up later.
You, me, bed now.
I know, but you only live once. And if you never throw your dart, you'll never hit the bullseye.
You really are something, aren't you?
Thank you for noticing.
Enjoy yourself tonight, Karlak.
Not if I enjoy you first. Enjoy the party. And enjoy so-and-so too while you're at it. For now.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. I saw you with Astarion. You two looked cozy. Far be it from me to judge. Blood must still be running a little hot after everything. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
You worry Shar won't approve?
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill? 10? Let's make it 20.
You're eager, aren't you? But we need to wait a little longer. Once everyone's in their bedrolls, we'll slip out of ours and find each other.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself. Well, looks particularly tempting.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas.
I kind of wish his chest was hairier.
Once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us, ink glinting in the firelight.
Are you talking about your cat?
By a Gerorn's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. Given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. I've given up on myself. But Tara never did.
This is not good party talk, yo.
It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve.
She must have been very smart to have done all that.
Smart does her a disservice. She's a fine wizard in her own right, though somewhat held back by her lack of opposable thumbs. You remind me of her somewhat. An expression you both share. When she gives in to her more feline qualities. A mouse trapped beneath her paw. Wish you were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home.
She's eating pigeons.
She was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
Bad luck on that front. I'm a nymph in disguise.
Very funny. But as we all know, nymphs are sticklers when it comes to their bathing routines. You, my friend, haven't been near a fresh spring in a 10-day or more. Not that I don't appreciate your musk. Actually rather like it.
Oh, Lae'zel loves it.
Well, this seems as good a time as any for me to stop babbling on.
Feelings mutual. You're a wonderful friend, though usually more erudite.
Wine is to wit, as meat is to... Oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point.
Yeah, Tara knows what's
Better
up.
leave it at that. Why an eloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Okay. Gotta talk to Will.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
Of course I would notice. It's no party without you. Or are you alright?
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to
Will,
unsettle
everyone
everyone
has
nowadays.
horns at this
You
party.
don't want a devil at your party. Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
You have some fetching horns. I'm envious.
Ouch. You don't need to mock me when I'm feeling low. But off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
Can't you tell why I followed you out here?
It's a long shot, but maybe you've grown fond of me. If so, I'm afraid I must remain a passing fancy. If not, well, it wouldn't be my first misjudgment. It's a long shot, but maybe you've grown fond of me. If so, I'm afraid I must remain
I
a passing
don't know
fancy.
why it repeated.
If not, well, it wouldn't be my first misjudgment. Sometime alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that. Have a laugh. Make...
Alright, we gotta make sure to talk to Hallison this time. Then we'll talk to all the tieflings.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
I thought you might care for a drink with me.
In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on.
I failed to see the problem.
Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate.
Something else you'd rather do then.
I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on.
Look at how pretty I am.
Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
Are you thirsty, Hallison?
Enjoy yourself tonight.
Okay.
10. Let's make it 20.
All the thirst.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now.
Mull is probably robbing people while they are drunk. Which is why Mull is great.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you.
Is it about how I
Need an
knocked you
angle.
unconscious so
Any
I didn't
ideas?
disembowel you? How about courage? Let's do sing about our people.
After Elturel, I think you're right. Faerun deserves to see us as we really are.
Bolo just wants to poke my eyes out.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down.
She's great.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Withers, are you liking the party?
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
No, we're just having a party.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Get drunk, get drunk.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
That part's all up here brooding. Alright, I think we've talked to everybody except for Roland and his siblings. Alright.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive.
An adoring crowd, fine wine. I dare say this place is almost civilized.
Glad you stayed to help.
Not at all. But perhaps Leah had a point. What is the point in blades and spells if we don't use them? Though we won't need either soon. As Leroican's apprentice, I'll take care of everything.
Look at them. How happy they are. We did that.
How about you three? Having fun? I think the booze did this more than we did.
Then I'd best track down a bottle before the rest polish it off. Look us up when you hit Baldur's Gate. Be nice to see a friendly face.
Cool. Now, got to talk to the dog. Dog, dog, dog. Nope, come back, dog.
I like these people. They're joyful. It's contagious.
Good dog, good dog. Astarion, are you reading at the Underpants party?
You're eager, aren't you? But we need to wait a little longer. Once everyone's in their bedrolls, we'll slip out of ours and find each other.
Alright. Time to Fuck Astarion.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Astarion.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Yeah. Oh, he put his pants back on to seduce us.
There you are. I've been waiting. Waiting since the moment I set eyes on you. Waiting.
Our tiefling has a great ass. You don't have me yet.
Don't I? You're here. And I don't think you want to talk. I think you want to be known. To be tasted.
And what do you want?
What do any of us want? Pleasure. Yours. Mine. Our collective ecstasy. That's what you want, isn't it? To lose yourself in me. I thought so.
Bow chicka bow bow. Relax, enjoy yourself, trust him not to bite you. Roll playfully, offer him your neck. Not staying for a cuddle?
You sleep light. I thought you'd be exhausted after last night.
Did you enjoy it? It felt as if you weren't fully there.
I was holding back a little, it's true. I didn't want to lose control. Delicious as you were, I didn't want to go too far. Now, shall we get on? I want to go before anyone else thanks me for saving their tails.
I want to ask you about your scars first. Where'd you get them?
It's a poem. A gift from my old master, Cazador. He considered himself quite the artist and used his slaves as a canvas. He composed and carved that one over the course of a night. He made a lot of revisions as he went.
Why did he write it in Infernal? That is normally the devil's language.
Infernal? Who knows? The bastard was insane. Anyway, enough pillow talk. Let's go before the tieflings drag us into another mess.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
What's dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
What do you suggest? Oh, that absolute forces tolerate such a place.
So it seems, though I don't know how. You will have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
How do I find this underground road?
You'll need to pick it up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in the Temple of Selûne.
What would you do?
The decision is yours, but I'd favor the Underdark. Even a place like that is the lesser evil compared to the shadow-cursed lands.
Never thought I'd say this. Sounds like the Underdark's the safer route.
Anything is preferable to risking the shadow curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Want to come to Moonrise Tower as well? Why?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated.
His big, beefy arms.
I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Is that why you went with Aradin? Because you thought you'd find a route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Who?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Very shrewd of you.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
We'll do it. Don't worry. Allison, tell me about your big goofy arms. I have to ask, how do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
The shadow curse you spoke of, surely it can't be that bad.
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
What about the secret stronghold in the Underdark? You must know more.
Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Aradin was convinced there was a hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. I'd start there.
Seems as though you feel responsible for the shadow curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the shadow curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Know how the shadow curse can be stopped?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
At the celebration with the tieflings before, I hope I didn't come on too strong. Got caught up in the moment.
There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same.
Fuck yeah. You'd have done the same, ... Young, horny, and full of, you know.
Perhaps. But best to not dwell on nights past. There are plenty more yet to come. With such stimulating company, never better.
I think I might be sick beyond the tadpole. I'm getting worried.
Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more.
The big,
I
big,
believe you when you
big,
tell me
beefy
that your
arms.
symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles.
Sleepwalking, hallucinating creatures, the temptations. I could lose myself before I make it to the cure.
The Oak Father must have blessed you to make it this far. Or another eye above. If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceremorphosis.
Nope.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Astarion, you have to put on your beautiful frilly shirt again. So, I learned that you can turn off their armor and have them look like they're running around in their camp clothes.
No one stopped me yet.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Don't touch me.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Can't give up now.
What's on your mind?
Magical.
So, shall we?
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Well met. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Ready and willing. Well met.
Look at all the books we got. Ooh, that's much fancier.
Sharp as ever.
Oh, he's pink. I like it. We need some more bows.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Look at that.
Copper for your thoughts? Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join. What's the story?
Sharp as ever.
Let's get going.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
You said he was your master.
My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
So you were his slave.
A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on. I will, but I won't take it for granted. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there, and they might not be the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
You keep me safe, I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
You can feed on me if you want tonight.
Then I'll see you tonight. You sweet, generous thing.
What do you make of Raphael's steel?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
I understand the appeal.
I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open. Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer to travel in smaller groups. It's more excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
Okay, I am gonna see what happens if we
Keep your distance, darling.
use the Melanie dye on his shirt. Oh, that's delightful. But I think I want his shirt to be red. Actually, let's do light blue. Oh, that's nice. I like it because it's subtle. And I was gonna give him a Misty Step amulet.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I almost forgot to turn on.
The wall focuses on you.
Good dog.
What did I tell you?
So I am gonna go to the beach and try to talk to some dead bodies on the beach.
It'll take a while for us all to recover. Of course.
Okay, we don't need to talk to an animals potion because we have that all the time. Okay, does he have hand crossbows?
May you keep balance.
Sylvanas keep you.
What a day. Like a wraith. Let's go to the palace.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
Taste ill. Brains taste me. Ellie. Fisherwoman. Ultra. No. Upriver. Too far.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Woman, beautiful. Couldn't look away. Went west. Others followed. Couldn't help themselves. Elf ran north, up the beach. Brains didn't see him coming. Marcus, fisherman.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
That ran up the beach. Sounds like a boy we know. A stray cat that we know.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
They took me. Took everything. Fire. Screaming. Then crunch. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Francis. Merchant. Guiding my cart. Shadow fell. Tentacle grabbed me. Took me here. Put something in my eye.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So that was the guy that we were looking for. Karlak gives you thumbs up for telling him you'll write a poem about him.
Let's march!
Indolence breeds madness.
No one back home will ever believe this. necklace has a Harper sigil. Why were they here?
That might be worth a look.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within. Your voice draws their attention. They are suspicious, then curious, and finally at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
I have spider pets now. So we're going to use these spiders to fight the hyenas on the highway. Oh, maybe we're not because it looks like they can't get down. I shouldn't have opened the egg where I did. Now they can't get down.
What to do?
Unless I actually do this, will this help? Okay, yeah, the spiders came with me. Good. Gail, I need you to come with
How can I
me
help?
to fight some hyenas.
Would that I could. But your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me for magical. So, shall
All right, so I'm gonna save right before I get to the hyenas. And that will be where I start next time.
That orb seems powerful. What can it do once it's extracted?
Nothing good can come of it unless it is contained. Why?
It might be useful. Who knows?
Am I going the right way? Yes. Look at my little spider friends chasing me. That's probably the wrong way. Yeah, that's the wrong way. How did I get up there? Okay, so I want to go... Oh, this is Scratch's owner. I was like, who's this dead guy?
Salutations.
Do you have talked to the dead? No, you do not.
I have such a headache.
I don't know why this one is stuck. This one spider really got lost.
Blackets will be done.
Well, hello.
And as we know, boys jumping, so it's help getting across the water.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, there's the hyena. We're gonna save all our spider buds. They will help us. We have successfully made Astarion say please. See you all next week when we fight some hyenas. Later. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.